Where did Slingy come from? What's his origin story? Slingy came from Madagascar. We knew we wanted to add a furry friend to our team, but sadly, I'm allergic to most animals. We had given up hope that we'd ever find the perfect fit for our team. We had heard the legends of an adventurous lemur from across the sea in Madagascar. He would make a great big kid, but he was afraid of airplanes. But not flying, of course. He loves flying through flaming hoops. Slingy knew what he needed to do. He had to get to Louisville as fast as he could. So he built a raft out of leaves and twigs. It took all night, but by morning his raft was complete. The journey was treacherous. There were storms and sea monsters on the way, but he never gave up. Slingy traveled up the Ohio River and made landfall in Louisville. He hiked for hours to make it safely to the slingshot office. Tired and hungry, he was finally home.
Slingy came from Gotham City. He was born to Thomas and Martha Wayne, a couple of rich fat cats from Gotham. When Slingy was 8 years old, his parents were brutally shot down by a criminal as they were leaving the movie theater. That night, Slingy swore an oath to spend the rest of his life fighting crime. He undergoes intense intellectual and physical training. He realizes that these skills are not enough. He wants to strike terror into the criminals' hearts. He needed to be a creature of the night.
Isn't this the Batman origin story?
Who's telling this story? Totally Slingy's origin story. Where was I? Oh yeah, he needed to become a creature of the night. He needed to embody stealth but scary. He chose a bat.
He came to us on a stork. Isn't that where all babies come from?
Slingy was a small-town dreamer. Slingy was born in small-town USA. Everyone in town was the same. They were all gray from the day they were born, and they were all employed at the boring plant, where they had to do boring stuff all day. Growing up, Slingy knew he was different. While everyone drew gray boxes, Slingy colored massive pictures with all the colors in the crayon box. His parents worried, would Slingy be able to work in the boring plant? In high school, Slingy began to understand that he was different. While everyone else stayed in their gray tone, his fur slowly began to change. Before he knew it, he was the brightest lemur anyone had ever seen. His parents told him to change. He needed to be gray and boring to work at the boring plant. "You're giving up your dream," they said. "No," Slingy replied. "I'm giving up your dream." Slingy left in the middle of the night with nothing but his goggles and cape. He knew he needed to find some daredevils to be his family. He traveled the country for weeks looking for a group where he belonged. Soon, he crossed into Louisville, Kentucky. He heard tales of a group of big kids and daredevils who sounded just like him. Creative, adventurous. That must be his family.
Wherever he came from, and however he got to us, we're happy to have you on the team, Slingy.